Hello students, welcome back. So in this session, I'm going to be talking about types of data. So there are two types of data. There's a numerical data types, then there's a categorical data types. Numericals, they're basically numbers by nature. So for example, age, if you have a column with age, or if you have a column of weight or blood pressure or number of bikes or people on the road. So this will be your numerical data type. Again, numerical are of two kinds. It can be either continuous, okay, it can be continuous or it can be discrete. Continuous are the ones where your range is infinite. It can take a wide range of values. For example, weight or height. These can have wide range of values. You can have somebody's height maybe 176 or 176.11, 176.4 or 128.1. You can have all these types of values. Weight, same thing with weight. You can have decimal values over there in weight. So anytime, think of like anytime when you have a wide range of values, those will be your continuous data type. Your discrete, okay, discrete ones are the ones where your numbers are going to be integers. For example, the number of pedestrians or number of people walking on the sidewalk. That's your discrete. That's basically integer because you're going to have one person walking, two-person walking. You're not going to have a decimal. Number of cars. How many cars are on the road right now? So that's going to be a numerical in nature. All right, then let's come to categorical. Categoricals basically think of them as classes. Okay, so they are like class. So for example, colors. So if you have a column of colors, let's say red, green, blue. So these are your categorical data. Gender, male or female, that will be your categorical. Name, by the way, is also categorical. Ethnicity, whether you're Hispanic, Caucasian, so that will be your categorical. Now, again, in categorical, there are two kinds. There is an ordinal and there's a nominal. Ordinals means something that you can put a hierarchy, meaning you can say this is bigger than that or this is smaller than that. So there is some type of level of hierarchy involved. For example, type of blood pressure. So if you have a column that actually has values of type of blood pressure, you can have, let's say you have three values in there: high blood pressure, medium blood pressure, low blood pressure. So in this case, you can say that high blood pressure is greater than medium blood pressure, and medium blood pressure is greater than low blood pressure. So you see there is some type of hierarchical element over here. Same thing with your size of shirt. So you can have small, you can have medium, you can have large, extra large. So there is a size involved over here. You can say small. You can say XL is bigger than large. Large is bigger than medium. Medium is bigger than S. Okay, size. Then you have nominal. Nominal is kind of like completely opposite of ordinal. Basically, there is no hierarchy. For example, color. So red, green, blue. You cannot say red is greater than blue or green is bigger than blue. Gender, name, zip code. So these are all your examples of nominal data types. Now let's take a look at some of the examples of data type. So this is an iris data set. In this case, you can see that this right here, 4.9, 3.1, 1. Look at these columns. You can see just by looking at these first four columns right here: sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width. These are all numerical in nature, and also you can tell they're continuous. Now, on the other hand, species, right? If you look over here, the species, this is categorical, and more specifically, it's nominal. And the reason it's nominal because you cannot put like one is like Setosa is bigger than the other species. There are three different types of species, and it's not, you cannot say one species is bigger than other species because you cannot put hierarchy over here. All right, let's look at another one. This is a tips data set. So in this case, you have a column called total bill, tips, and so on and so forth. So in this case, let's look at this one. This one is numerical, right? This one right here is the tip one. That's your numerical again, and these two are continuous data type. The sex column, which is a gender column, this is male and female. So this is your categorical. And by the way, it will be nominal. Okay, categorical, more specifically nominal. Now, same thing with smoker. Does he smoke or not? The answer could be yes and no. So that would be categorical. Same thing with day and time. So day and time, again, day could be Sunday, Thursday, Friday, could be any day, and time could be dinner, lunch. Could be any one of those time, any one of those values. So that's categorical in nature, and more specifically, nominal. Then look at this column right here. This column. This is your size, and if you look at the size is going to be anywhere between 2, 3, 4. These are the size. So this one is numerical in nature. And by the way, this is discrete. By the way, this can also be a categorical, by the way, because if you think about it, there's only going to be few finite number of sizes. So this can be converted into categorical data. Now let's look at this one right here. So in this case, you have month column. Month actually is categorical, and more specifically nominal. So you have refunded, and I mean, sorry, this column called status, and then you have this column channel. So status, channel, month, these are all your categorical nominal. Same thing over here. This one is category actually. So category, well, that would be categorical nominal value too. And this one right here, okay, this one is going to be this is a size, and you can see this is a categorical, and it will be ordinal because you can put order. You can say medium is smaller than XXL. Okay, so you can put one, you can put a hierarchy over here. Then let's come over here. Over here you have this ship state, ship postal code, ship country, and B2B. These are all your categorical nominal data types. And this one right here, okay, in this case it's actually same table. And amount is basically in this case numerical discrete. Just by looking at this you can tell that the numbers, they are basically whole numbers, they are not taking any fractions over here. So this is going to be numerical values, more specifically discrete. So, what type of data, by the way, are collected from the external sources? Well, you can have structured data. So, structured data are something data that can be organized into columns. Okay, for example, in a spreadsheet. Unstructured data, well, they cannot be organized into columns. Okay, so for example, your text, your pictures, okay, or even your videos, you cannot put them in a column. Then you also have categorical data. So data that represents an object during categories such as gender, color of shirt, and so numerical data, the one we just talked about it, for example, numbers. Then you have time series data. So data that is collected over time, such as temperature reading or stock exchange data. So these are your time series data. Then finally, there's a text data. Data that is a text based, such as articles or blog. All right, gentlemen, thank you.